fascinated by how we might be able to use honey in the fight against the many forms of bacteria that are becoming resistant to treatment with antibiotics. To find out more, I visited microbiologist Rose Cooper. So how do you go about testing these properties that honey could have?
We've used a number of techniques, and one has been to look at the changes in the structure of the bacteria using electron microscopy.
Electron microscopes can magnify a staggering 10 million times, allowing scientists to see exactly what effects the honey has on the bacteria. In some cases, the results have been really astonishing. Honey doesn't just reduce the number of bacteria, it also halts their progress by stopping them reproducing. To reveal how, Rose shows me inside the cells of the dreaded hospital superbug, MRSA.
These are untreated bacteria. They're quite happy, they're rounded, they're growing, and they will divide every 30 minutes.
I like the idea of happy bacteria, by the way. It's a bit of a contradiction in terms, but
yes.
Carry on. OK, so...
And this, in fact, is treated with honey, and you see that these bacteria have accumulated with this cross wall. They can't divide. So the honey is stopping these bacteria dividing, and if they can't divide, they can't go on to form an infection.
And this is honey acting alone? This is honey without any antibiotics?
That's right. That's just Manuka honey on its own. It seems to have different effects on different bacteria. This is another gram-negative bacterium that causes wound infections. And here you see this is the honey has caused these holes in the wall of that bacterium. Now that bacterium will almost certainly go on now to rupture.
So they're not going to survive, really,
no,
are they?
No.
That's quite a dramatic effect you've shown me that honey has on bacteria. Do you know what's doing that? Is there a kind of active ingredient in honey?
Many honeys, when you dilute them, there's an enzyme in the honey that's produced by the bee, and when you dilute the honey, it's activated and it starts to break down glucose and produce hydrogen peroxide, which in itself is an antiseptic.
Because that's what the bees use to turn the nectar into honey,
yes,
isn't it?
That's right. And I suspect that there are more bioactive ingredients in honey that won't be discovered yet.
It may not be the cure for every bug, but the evidence is growing that honey does have an impact on some bacteria. But beware, the honey used is specially prepared for medical use, so don't try this at home.